Hi, everyone. Welcome to Snack Break. I am Ren with Source, and today is Tuesday, June 9th. Before we get started, I want to explain a couple things about the webinar tool that we're using today. So you're all muted automatically, but you do have access to the live chat there on the right. So you can pop in your favorite emoji to try it out. You can also use the live chat to ask questions or comment during the presentation. We'll be sure to answer any questions you have. So be sure to use that and chat us up questions to your heart content. We love that. The more conversational, the better. We'll also send you a recording of this webinar after the presentation, so you can forward it to a friend or reference it later, whatever you prefer. So today's guest is Kelli, and she's going to talk about three of her lines. Kelli, it's so nice to see you. She's one of my favorite reps. And Kelli, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the three companies that you're going to talk about?
Yeah. So as Ren said, my name is Kelli Groh. I live in Portland. I have been in Portland for just now 5 years as of June 1st. I'm from Southern California, where I was a designer, more in the residential realm. And I became a rep for a textile line in LA, and I didn't particularly care for it. So I ran to Portland, and I thought I was going to design again. But one of my best friends was like, hey, let's join forces and see what commercial and hospitality is all about. So here I am. I have 9 lines with Everbridge. And so today we'll be focusing on Fermob and Concertex and Nappa Tile.
And who is this cute little muffin that is your quarantine buddy?
That is Evelyn.
Evelyn.
She is my sweet rescue. She actually was running around the streets of Tijuana and pregnant for I don't know how many. I think she's been pregnant 4 or 5 times. So she is absolutely the best dog, except when I'm working and the mailman comes.
Right. Yeah, I will note, designers, if you hear snoring, it's because my dog is next to me and he's living his best life. So I love that all of our pets are now just part of our work life now. So yeah. Right, so can you tell us a little bit about Nappa Tile? Like, what is this company? Where are they based? And what do they do? Oh, Kelli, you're frozen. Oh, no. Can you try turning off your... Oh, there, you're back.
Yeah, you froze. Okay, sorry.
So can you tell us a little bit about Nappa, who they are as a company, where they're based out of, and sort of a little bit about them as a company and what they do?
Yeah, so Nappa Tile is actually a sister company to Concertex, which is my textile line, owned by the same guy, Hoy. So basically what they've done is they've created faux leather wall tiles that are peel and stick. So these are really great options for either decorative or create a mural wall that's just interesting with dimensional qualities to it. So you can see something like this. I have actual sample here. It kind of gives some dimension. Or you can use it as a acoustical solution. We can get up to a 0.6 NRC rating if we use a specific kind of polyurethane, which we've got 2 patterns specifically that can offer the 0.6 rating, and they are currently working on others specifically for Nappa Tile. See, we use Concertex faux leathers on Nappa Tile, so it's this crossover, but now they're actually developing patterns that can work specifically with Nappa Tile and can easily wrap around the edges. So you can see here that it is peel and stick.
Oh, dang. Off it goes.
Yeah, so it actually installs really easily. It can go on ceilings. Yes, it can.
Yeah, we had a question from a designer who wanted to know if it could go on ceilings. So answer is yes.
Yes, nice. It can. Installers can be wall coverings, regular standard ceramic tile installers, or flooring installers.
Wow.
Usually we suggest, like, say if you're doing all black like this, that you paint the wall black. Like, just in case your installer doesn't butt it up exactly the way it should go, which we all know can happen. Painting it the color that it's going to be or close to it is a really great idea. Starts at about $20 a square foot. This right here, this is 12 by 12. This would be about $50, $55 a square foot. What's great is that you can easily value engineer this by scaling it up. So let's pretend we double the size of all of these. You get the same look, but you're just scaling each tile up, and you're going to be at about $30 a square foot.
Nice. Okay. And so when a designer is working with you, do you have predetermined like patterns that they can like work with, or can they create a custom pattern? How does that work?
Usually we always just do options from the website. So if you go on nappatile.com, you can look under collections, the Elodie collection, which you're seeing to the left there, the gray and yellow, that's actually from the Elodie collection. And I think I gave you some others from that collection. So yeah, that's the bolt pattern right there on the left. What you're seeing on the right, the bottom right corner, that is a full custom that they actually did for NeoCon last year, and it is incredible. They don't usually get into a lot of that full custom stuff. It can get to be pretty pricey, but people typically are really happy with the options online. You can see on the top right there that there's a really beautiful gradating pattern. What we do is we have an art department. So you would look online, look at all of the different pattern options, and you can pick and choose your colors. And the art department will lay it out based on your wall size. And you could start with saying, we want more of this red and a little bit of this gold and some of this blue. And they'll start there. And then we can tweak it as we go. So you can go back and forth till your heart's content and till you're happy with it. And it's actually a really easy process.
Got it. So say a designer is now working from their home and they're a little tired with the acoustics and they have, say, a blank wall right here. Could they do it themselves? Could they pick something and install it themselves?
Yeah, I would say it is similar to floor tiles, but less room for error.
Okay.
Because you don't want these things to fall off. So the stickiness of this is pretty incredible.
Okay.
So I think that it's a good idea to probably have a professional hang it, but you absolutely could do it yourself.
If you're desperate.
Be careful.
Yeah, okay. Do you need to have the finish of the wall be very, very smooth? Is there something that you need to prep the substrate with as a designer that you need to include in your details for the wall?
I would say prepping for a standard painted wall is fine.
Would be fine. Okay, great. Sweet. Well, then that leads us into your next line, Concertex, which you sort of alluded to briefly. Can you tell us a little bit about Concertex?
So Concertex, owned by Hoy. Hoy is awesome. Him and his dad actually own a mill. And from that mill birthed Concertex. So Concertex used to actually distribute whatever this mill came out with. And a lot of the stuff you use on your projects comes from this mill. There are tons of big names that use stuff from them. So what's awesome is Hoy's dad is like a mad scientist who is always coming up with new technologies, high performance, cleanable. So we're always kind of seeing things first. And one of the, I didn't mention with Nappa Tile, and you asked, they're out of New Jersey, and so Concertex. So that's where all of your samples come out of. But design is in Chicago. So we actually have a showroom for Concertex and Nappa Tile at the Chicago Mart.
Oh, awesome.
It answers that. So I actually have some samples of Tech Loom, which is what you're seeing on that bottom, area of the screen. So this is actually a brand new technology that is a fused woven textile. What is happening is you see it's woven, but it is fused like a coated fabric. This is giving 1 million double rubs, bleach cleanability, and we have, if you work in healthcare, it is a Healthy Hospital Initiative, which we have a ton of other patterns and technologies that are Healthy Hospital. And we actually have a link for that right when you go on the website. Anything Healthy Hospital and anything bleach cleanable, you can just click on that, and that way it weeds out all the stuff that doesn't meet the needs for your project. Anyways, 1 million double rubs. With this, you can literally, I mean, we're never going to sell it again until somebody needs a replacement. I mean, it's going to last forever. So we have 3 patterns, parallel that you just saw. This is just a really nice texture here. It kind of has like a slubby sort of silk kind of look. And then also Apex, which is a really nice small scaled pattern there. And they come in a ton of different colors. So that's a technology called Techloom.
And what is it fused with? Like, what is that top coat? Do you know?
It's like it's a polymer.
Okay.
Looking at my frequently asked questions. It's so brand new. It's like a plastic polymer.
Got it.
It is, it meets California VOC standards, like I said, healthy hospitals. And I would compare it to like a polyurethane in terms of the level of environmental cleanliness and green stuff.
Yeah. And so when it's fused like that, does it need a backing? Do you know what I mean? Like, does it have?
It doesn't, and it's totally impermeable too. So no liquids will go through that.
So you don't need to add a finish and you don't need to add a backing. It's like out of the gate, ready to go.
It is ready to go.
Sweet.
And what's awesome about Concertex too, so any of the patterns that you see online, you can actually click and see every single pattern applied to a piece of furniture.
Okay.
So we do have like a lot of, sorry, coming back. We do have a lot of like Sunbrella outdoor big scaled patterns. And I know as a designer, it's like, okay, cool. Let's spec this, but what does it actually look like when it's applied? And so we always give those nice tools to help you and your clients see what it's going to look like when it's upholstered.
Fabulous. I love that. And what is the price point on it?
So Techloom is in the mid 40s.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I would have suspected that it would have been like a silicone in the mid 60s, but yeah, it comes in the mid 40s. And we do have 100% silicones. We have silicone hybrids too, which is actually what we've been known for as of late, because we have these amazing hybrids that are actually printed. I don't have any of those right in front of me, but we actually print on polyurethane and then coat it with silicone. So you have the technology of silicone, but then we bring the price point down with the polyurethane.
Got it.
So check out the website. They're under silicones, but yeah, it's a hybrid, which gets you that silicone technology printed in the mid 40s. Sweet. And we also do custom coloring and things like that with minimum requirements.
Great. That is a great option for designers. Super versatile. So this I'm really excited about. This is your the other line we're going to talk about. So we're switching from like inside and we're switching to like fun outside. And we're all excited to eventually leave our homes. Can you talk a little bit about this company? They're very famous for this little patio chair here, but I was excited to learn the bistro chair, and which I actually own. I think a lot of us do.
I have one sitting right outside my door right here because it's a discontinued color. Exactly. And you would be so surprised at how comfortable the bistro chair is.
I find it very comfortable.
Yeah, it's shockingly comfortable. And it's very strong. So it's actually rated at 400 pounds.
Wow.
So yeah, these babies can hold some weight, and they're very durable. Go to New York City, you will see them all over everywhere.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about this company? I don't know much about it, but I know that I love their stuff, and I'm excited to see that they do things other than this very distinctive patio chair.
Yes, we have so many dining options, and we actually have a lot of lounge options as well with Fermob. So Fermob is based out of France, Lyon to be exact. They are a company that's been around since the mid 90s. And what they've done is they've taken designs like the Luxembourg, which you can find at the Luxembourg Gardens. And they have basically taken designs like that, these historical designs and also modern ones, and have basically thrown 24 different powder coated finishes on them and have made them just really, really great, fun, poppy options for your outdoor and indoor spaces. So for ancillary spaces, they're really great because they can flow from indoor to outdoor. We have lounge pieces with, aluminum frames that can easily be indoor as well. So like I said, you have an option of 24 different colors. The little photo down in the bottom with the stacked chairs, I can't really see it very well because I think it's a little smaller for me, maybe, but brand new colors. We have ice mint, clay gray, and frosted lemon. So those are brand new for 2020.
Great color.
Yeah, so I actually work for the US distributor, which is in Georgia. So what we do is we stock tons of options. I guarantee that there is something for you. But if you need an exact color in an exact quantity with an exact chair, with how many SKUs we have, there is a chance that we will have to order it special. If that is the case, it is a 12-week lead time plus a week to ship. So if you're in an emergency situation and your client needs something really fast, just give me a ring and I'll be able to, it's nice to know the direction. Like if you are loving the striped chair, or actually I'd mentioned the Luxembourg chair, that dining set is the Luxembourg chair. It is so popular. We keep that in a lot of the neutral colors, along with like rosemary green and things, the most popular colors. But if we can narrow it down a little bit, I can send you options of what we have in stock or what's coming in on the containers.
What is it made of? What metal?
Aluminum.
It's all aluminum. Okay.
And then there are some options that have steel. So with Luxembourg, we also do have a steel option, which is great for your more windier situations. But we also want to consider how close you are to the ocean and things like that. So there's different factors involved, while you're selecting. So I always like to ask, like, where's this project? What are you doing with it? I always want to know, so I can guide you as best I can. Something like the Bebop table that's down in the bottom right, that is made from steel. So we do have a lot of our tables made from steel. But we have aluminum tables too. So it just depends on the design, really.
Awesome. So why in a marine climate, the considerations would be rust? Is that why you would switch between metals?
It can be. Our powder coating is actually extremely durable. So we do have a lot of pieces that are steel and are in salty climates. Honestly, from what I've heard, the West Coast is a little easier on steel than the East Coast.
Huh.
Why? How? I have no idea. But actually in Seattle, there's a ton of the steel chairs. And I always like to check them out on occasion, and I don't really see any rusting.
Yeah.
But, we always try and make sure that, everybody's aware of the potential of what could happen.
Awesome. I know you, I feel like you used to have a line that that you talked a lot about sort of outdoor furniture. That is something I don't have a lot of experience with, but it's something that I'm really excited about. So when you're picking outdoor furniture, are there things that designers should keep in mind? Like how do you pick fabrics, or how do you mix throw pillows, or just like, I don't know, we're maybe going to design some outdoor spaces these days. What should we keep in mind?
Yeah, totally. Well, I consider myself the queen of outdoor because I also represent Tucci umbrellas, which are the umbrellas you see at every Starbucks and Panera. And I could name a million spots, lots of high rises. If you live in Portland, Departure, those big orange cantilevers are Tucci as well. So if you need umbrellas, definitely call me because they're the safest and they're the most durable. That's a whole nother ball game right there. And yeah, you wouldn't think so, but umbrellas are
a whole thing.
Yeah, but that's why I'm here. My other line, Pavilion, is kind of, it's more of a, which Pavilion and Tucci are sisters. That's another company that offers various options that I would even push people over if I didn't think Fermob was appropriate for a project. Weight, I think, is important when it comes to outdoors. So I'm always going to ask you if it's a rooftop situation. If it's a rooftop situation, you want to go weightier. Pavilion is a made to order 6-week lead time out of Florida, Miami, Florida. And with them, we already have really, really heavy gauged aluminum, but we can also add more weight as well.
Wow.
So I would say weight is a factor depending on where it's going to be. With Fermob as well, we have tons of options that can work on rooftops. With them, things where wind can pass through more easily is good. You don't want really solid pieces where, like say if you have a lighter weight coffee table that's totally solid on the top, that thing can blow up and out. So something to really be mindful of are those kind of weights and what the construction looks like. I mean, aesthetically, you may want this, but it may not work based on where you're putting it. I'd say also if you're using cushions, make sure those cushions come with tie downs. Make sure there's a way to keep those cushions down if the wind comes. And in terms of UV resistance, you definitely want to make sure that you're using an outdoor textile that gives you at least 2,200 light hours, which is what Sunbrella gives you.
Nice.
But I always suggest covering things or removing your cushions if you know, huge storms coming.
Got it.
So,
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kelly. I always appreciate how much knowledge you have. Designers, if you'd like to order Concertex samples from Kelly, you can press this button now and get connected to her immediately for that immediate satisfaction. Kelly, it was great to see you.
Great to see you too.
About all these cool lines. I am ready to go get some patio tables that can have wind go through them. I did not know that. That's awesome.
Yes, and definitely check out my website. It's everbridgeagency.com. If you click on Northwest, you can see all of my wonderful lines. We are in the process of changing some photos out, but everything's there. And definitely feel free to call me. I would love to
hear your voice,
hear everybody's voices, and hopefully one day see faces in person.
I love it. Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll see you hopefully soon.
Have a good day. Bye-bye, everyone.